Hi, I'm Lauren Stump, a graphic designer studying for a master's degree in UX design. These past weeks, I kept a critical, reflective journal to analyze my progress and development practice through learning and applying new ideation techniques and prototyping techniques to create small-scale artifacts and facilitate an environment conducive to creative thinking and innovation. One of these artifacts I developed was a to-do app called Slay the Day that motivates users to complete daily tasks using the hero's journey storytelling formula. These journal entries detail what I accomplished, the methods and theories I learned, how I used them along with self-reflection and peer feedback and assignments, and how I overcame and am still overcoming obstacles. By identifying patterns in my personal growth and areas that need improvement, I developed SMART goals to support and push my personal development forward. Novelist Stephen Pressfield stated, "Resistance is a repelling force negatively acting against human creativity, distracting and preventing us from doing our work. I've always struggled with resistance to innovation, but I've accomplished developing methods that help foster creativity easier through this module. I learned ideation techniques such as opposite thinking, collages, cut-ups, and Scamper, and learned to develop techniques I was already using such as brainstorming and storyboarding." In the first rapid ideation session, I mind map ideas based on a Dixit card of a child with a wooden sword facing a blue dragon. Using Scrum as an agile approach and framework to keep track of time and project management, I established a quick but simplified way to visualize trends, patterns, and themes and help see change early, predict it, and embrace it before it became difficult to manage. It ensured a structured, considered, and timely response by accepting change and adopting tactics to manage it. Later, I used wireframes and flowcharts to map the structure, and paper prototyping to test the app, before designing in Adobe XD. In the second session, I continued improving my app, making changes based on user testing and peer feedback. I also researched my potential audience and storyboarded an app user profile. My initial concept consisted of teens wanting a fun way to improve their mental health through daily habits, but discovered adults between their late 20s and early 40s seeking motivational help to complete tasks might benefit more from it instead. Another feedback I received concerned using gamification. Does gamifying my app provide users with what they need, or is it following a trend? Am I designing for a specific audience or designing based on my personal preferences, hoping an audience for it exists? It also showed how my designs might affect more demographics than I realized. I need to reconsider the implications of my work, whether I'm designing ethically and if it's low, medium, or high risk. And I need to determine my audience first, conduct a lot more research on my audience's demographics, and weigh effects before prototyping. User needs research, collaboration, and improving visual communication are key areas of practice I aim to develop across the rest of my master's level study. One direction I could take for further research and self-exploration to support such development is participating in communities I'm interested in working for, asking more rapport-based questions, and soliciting feedback in early stages of the process. Before I can learn about the problem or challenge, it's important to empathize with the people I'll be designing the solution. Through ethnographic tools such as participant observation and interviews, we can go deep into their behaviors, emotions, and contexts and avoid building on assumptions, providing real added value to people's experiences. One SMART goal I intend to take my personal development forward includes engaging with art or gaming communities, either through a social platform like Discord or attending group meetups once every week or two for 2 hours. In person might be challenging right now, but online is attainable and relevant for building a network and understanding the audience in my design area of interest. By the end of my master's degree, 1.5 years, I'll have a better understanding of the audience for which I'm designing. Another direction I could take is exploring as many solutions as possible by using more than one ideation and prototyping technique. By enumerating all the possible operations, we can solve many problems by testing every combination of operations until we find the one that works. By restating a problem, we can uncover solutions that would have otherwise eluded us. Feedback from peers and communities of practice is invaluable, but thinking about the problem might be more productive than thinking about the solution because restating the problem is like conversing with another designer, triggering useful thoughts. One of my goals for this module was to overcome issues with creative block, which I did, but I'm still working on derailing from linear thinking. While my personal development still has a long way to go, the lessons I've learned these past months help me establish a growth plan and skills that I'll continue to practice into and after my studies. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be in this program, and I'm looking forward to the next module.